We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks. We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
What is up, everybody? Man, what a glorious day. I'm just saying. I'll tell you what I got. This is my new favorite skin. Who's that? Did you get a suit today? No, I didn't get a suit because... No, send me pictures of yours. I just started my show. Okay, anyway, look at this. This is a Capazon. They don't have any scales, okay? Look at how beautiful that is. It's see-through, right? The smell's there, but not bad. It's not terrible. My dog liked it. He was licking it. Now, this is the lingcod. Look at that beautiful skin. That's that big 13-pound lingcod I killed. Not bad. I did take the scales off out there in the kill shed. So this piece turned out really nice. I just love this. Look at how smooth and clear that is. I mean, okay. Now this is a smaller ling. This is our Capazon. This was a 6-pound one. This was a 10-pound one. This was the 13-pound ling. Now look what we got here. Looky. Look at these earrings. That is from the lingcod that was blue earlier. My mom made the nice earrings for him. Now we got the little halibut. Look at that. YouTube is frozen. The whole thing's frozen? Bill.
Frozen, bro.
It's frozen. Hang on, let me just throw up this. Can you hear me, though?
Oh, now you're moving.
Can you hear me?
It looks like hell.
It looks like hell. What about that?
That looks clear.
Okay. Can you hear me, too?
I can hear you.
Okay. Goodbye. I'll just do it this way. Okay, well, let me just crack a beer first. I'm just going to go down here. Because internet sucks at my house. Okay, so you won't be able to see the earrings that I've done. Oh, yeah, you will. You will in this. So I got another pair of earrings finished. I also have a whole bunch of new. Let me just show you. So, if you want to have your halibut or any fish smoked, they can do anything. $5 a pound. If it's a whole fillet of the fish fillet, if you get it off the skin and stuff, it's $4. They do it every 2 weeks, so freeze it. When you got like 20 pounds, go. I'm telling you, when I tell you, this was a teriyaki. Hang on, right there. Look at that. That's teriyaki. I mean, it was so fresh and so filling. Let's crack a beer. All right, you've seen the earrings. Those are the first ones. These are the second ones. These are the ones that I was trying to show you. But these are the ones. So I got 2 sets of earrings right now. Got the Air Force One lobster leather shoes. 1 of 1, boys. I got the bling chains on my gold chains. Look at that. Those are 75-pound halibut dorsal fins. I don't even know if they're dorsal fins or the fins. Okay. For all of you that think, oh, he just shoots one and does 5 different shots. Yeah, that's true. When I go to eBay and buy these, they come in the mail with maggots on them. Shut up. Like, look at this. That was this morning. When I tell you that death is pretty bad, it's really bad. I got bit by a couple maggots today. There's the maggots right there. Now, if you're going to be doing this, you better know what you're doing, and you better. Well, I don't know anything what I'm doing, but I know those maggots bit me today. Look at all of them. The chickens went crazy. All right. After you let the chickens eat the maggots, then it's time to epoxy them. So I started epoxying. There they are. I'm going to have new earrings. I'm going to have new everything. Look at how beautiful those are. Maggots do bite in our world. Maybe Canadians ones, maybe your Canadian ones don't. Ours do. I noticed that when I was a trashman and you dump a can and the maggots would go into your gloves that they give you, right? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, that's not an exciting day. The box crab, I finally got to epoxy it. It's out there drying right now. I will bring it in before this evening, but it got epoxied, so it is completely done and it looks good. I am just really, I just love how it turned out. So we have that. We got okay, magnets. We got magnets. Look at all those magnets. Look at this. Refrigerator is full of brand new magnets. So for you that say, hey, he just shoots one over and over again, it's because you're jealous. Because you can't do what I do. Because you're a bitch. I call it. I said it. If you're sitting there telling everybody that he only shoots one and he does it over and over again, you don't even know what you're talking about. Come play with me. And I don't mean let's fight. Let's get on the boat. Let's get you one of these things. But you can't because I can't trust you because you run your mouth like a bitch. So you'll never be on my boat. Okay. Enough of being mean to people. The kids can't handle that these days when you call them a bitch. So, hang on. Let's get another move. Okay. This is one you've seen before if you've been watching. This was probably last year, I believe. I think this is the one that I did my own smoke job in brine. I don't know. Let's see. But that's a halibut. Nice halibut. It was facing away from the reef. That means don't ever shoot them from behind, boys, unless you know what you're doing. Shoot them from the front. Okay, now that he's shot and secured, time for dinner. I don't use that stringer anymore. I use the one that's 150-pound stringer. A big halibut, you put that on there, and he does his head shake on you. They will just be gone. This is not the brine. This is the favorite way to eat them. Here we go. Macadamia nut crusted halibut. Macadamia halibut. Make sure you encrust the halibut with macadamia nut. That is a champagne mango fresh peach. Oh my god! Squeeze some lime in. Do a pre-taste. So on the bottom is potatoes. Oh my god! Yes. Peach mango jalapeno salsa. So good. Dinner for champions. Okay. Let's get that right off. Let's get this one right off. This is the one. Master. Here we go. I'm diving with the that's my buddy Jeff. What's going on, halibut master? I'm diving with the halibut master.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Look at how dirty the water is up on top. This is not dirty either. You're right. When you say I don't joke different ones because I don't have. I just said there you go because the Viz just got beautiful. Came out of that dark murk on the top. Oh, that's not even my orchid trick. Flashlight, Scuba Pro. And here we go. Right here, I'm checking my bottom depth so I know where the anchor is so I can make it back there. There's one. That's the shovel-nosed guitar fish. Beautiful thing. Sorry I couldn't get a better video of it. Dark down there on this day. Here I come across another 10-pound plus capizon. But I gotta stay focused. There's a crab. This crab was in a hole, so I lift him out. Come across another 10-pound capizon. This is what the capizon looks like. I don't know if you can see, but that's their skin as leather. I don't know if I'm frozen down on the bottom. I'll be back as soon as halibut season is over, and I'll get you. Okay, there's the tail of the halibut. So what I do is instead of going and shooting it, I go around to the front of it. Meanwhile, my friend This is where sees it Jason at the tries same to take time and is coming back to shoot it.
Here he
I did
comes.
not see him, so I shoot him right here. Boom, and then he takes his shot.
What a day.
Now at this point, I'm confused. I did not know if I took my buddy's fish.
Shark
Turn my
shield
shark
on.
shield on here and turn around and ask him, did I take your fish? You, did I take your fish?
It's not you, it's Jason.
He pounds it out here, and we go to the surface.
Oh, there we go. Put him on the stringer. Coming up in the murk.
I didn't take your fish, did I?
We saw it at the same time. You got there before I did. I saw his tail and I started
I
swimming
saw its
towards
tail.
it, and
That's what
thought
I
you
saw. And I'm
me,
like,
and
I
was
gotta go
"Oh."
get a headshot. And then I saw you right after I shot it. And I'm like, did I fucking take his fish? I saw the biggest cap is on again. And this is why I got him, because I didn't shoot him.
A great day out there. My buddy Jeff got his first of the season, so he didn't get skunked, and everybody went home with halibut.
A dry rub, 24 hours later, 2 fillets of halibut.
Okay, this is what I'm doing. The market will do this for you, or you can do it like this. I just went on the internet and found it. It's so much easier just to take it down to the market and have them do it. I keep the leather. 100% sustainability, kids. That's what I'm doing.
Halibut. It was 5 parts brown sugar, 1 part salt, and all of this moisture got sucked out of the fish. And then I put some peppers, whole peppers on it. I'm gonna let these sit out for 2 hours before I smoke them.
So it's supposed to be
Here's
140.
Oliver.
Can you zoom in on this?
138. We're going to take it off right here. That piece is done.
This piece is, oh, this one's 142.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe if you liked it or even if you hated it. Old man. I'm an old man. Leave me alone. Okay. In this video, you'll watch Electric Ray have sex with my leg with my shark shield.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot. Yeah, get in front of it. Now, it won't move once you're in front of it, what I hear. There it is, right in front of my gun. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let me do that. Sorry. I wanted to explain something here.
Hang on right here. Okay, I want you to look at how this halibut camouflages itself. Not only does it have the green next to it, so it blends in and then it looks like rocks, right? But then even behind it, it flew over the top and laid down perfectly so we can just look at even behind it. Its tail is through, I mean, it's just perfectly camouflaged.
That's the perfect way to shoot it, boys and girls, from the front, in front of them.
Even if my tip hit a rock and stopped, maybe there was a rock underneath him, and it happens all the time, he only can move one way, forward. So he will push himself up on your shaft. I'm looking to make sure no great whites are coming in or seals. That is the clip you want right there. Now, when my buddy gave it to me, it was powder coated all red like that in my right hand there. And it matches my mono on my spear gun. Okay. The redness is gone because it's well used. Because I don't just shoot one over and over again. I go out there and get more and more. And I am the best. Prove me wrong. Here's another one. Oh, this is the sand. Now, if you ever see one of these, do not touch it. It's the second most dangerous animal in the ocean. And they can stop your heart with their electric pulses. They look like sand when they come out. They're beautiful. Now they'll just float. Now he's chasing me because I have a shark shield on. He's going to have something to play. He just hit the shark shield. He just got electrocuted. Now he comes back. He's chasing me. I'm not harassing this ant. Oh, there he goes. Look at him have sex. Right. Electricity with his electricity. You can, right, Cat? Oh, remember when the captain went crazy? People doing the video footage for that. That was like a year ago. I should have put that video. Here's the second one. We're going to have 2 a day here. See if you could see it. It's to the left. It's where my head is right now. Got it behind. You don't want that. See, if that would hit a rock right there, it would have pulled out. Do not pull. Another important thing, do not pull that halibut back to you. You can rip your spear out. Swim with it, and don't let your mono get tight if you can. They'll lay down because they got to re-energize themselves. I'm going to lay down right here. Oh, he doesn't move. Take it off. And just take that thing out of his head. Take that thing. He knows he's fucked. Look at how big his gill plate is getting, though. That spear can come out at any time if he takes off. I have 2 wide barbs on it, but he can pull out, boys, and then you'll lose it. Do not do this. I mean, my spear is clear. You can see one of the flaps. I have 2 flaps there. That's a nice shot, but it is from behind. And see how big the hole is getting? Because as he's moving, just tearing it up, trying to get that thing out of his head. Oh, what a thing of beauty. All right. We're about to go to the Channel Islands, to Catalina. And I love diving the oil rigs out there. It is a wonderful place. Dave Hansen was just talking about this on their show, Saltwater Guide Guy. Go check him out on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. He's a social media beast. I'm just a little man that he starts talking about stuff in Southern California, and I've done it. And they were talking about, they had a guy on there that used to dive on the oil rigs platforms to clean them. And I've been down there while they're cleaning them. It is a jungle. All the fish come around because they're pressure washing the pylons and getting the mussels and the growth off. Now, if you go down to 150 feet, there's only scallops. You can bypass all the mussels and all the other stuff. But you can limit out in your one dive with your 10 scallops. That's all. Just grab your 10. Don't go over. There they are. Now, there is boat traffic there, and those guys do not look for you. I mean, they're captains. Sure, they look for you, but they deliver to those all day long. So if you're going to do this, know what you're doing.
What we're going to do is we're going to dive those 2 oil platforms for scallops.
We wanted to know if we can get permission to dive.
Pretty fucking excited.
I feel like we're doing something wrong and right at the same time.
That's good enough.
That's... Where is he?
One off.
Now, just a side note, this one you don't dive. It has a turbine that can turn on and they don't control it. So you'd be sucked in and die. Do not dive this one. Know what you're doing before you go there. But that's what it will look like when you get there. Those are all scallops. See the muscles? I'm only 10 feet down. Now, when you go down to 150 feet, you'll see the bigger scallops. But you don't have to. Now, don't get mad at me for ruining the environment. They pressure wash all this stuff off. This is the growth that the guys that were on Dave Hansen's show pressure wash. This is what he was talking about. He pressure washes this growth off. Those are all muscles. You got to get through the muscles to get to the scallops. 54 feet. There's the scallop. That's a nice that thing on the growth off. And that will drive the fish. That'll make the fish go up. There's the scallop right in my hand. I don't. My buddy, this was his first time, and he says, I can't see him. Show him to me. And I showed him, and then now he outdoes me. That is why he's a beast, because he listened. He just asked, and I showed him, and then he took over and left and did his own thing. Right here. Violent, boys, be violent. I take off, he knows what he's doing. Look at all the fish down there. Look at all the beautiful growth, but look at all the fish down there. That's a sheep's head. That's a calico bass, I believe, or maybe it's a kelp. I don't know. If you know what it is, just the one behind the sheep's head. That's a female sheep's head. Now, sheep's head, they are born females, all of them. And then when you take out the male, a female turns into, they're transgender fish, turns into a male. That's the facts. I didn't write this stuff. A lot of Garibaldi, don't shoot those. They're the California state fish, and they're bony anyway. Not that I would know, but there's no reason to. I'm excited. Hey, Emily, a narcissist wouldn't be excited for somebody to get his scallop all by himself and figure out how to bring it up. He can have 10 of those, and those are the size of the palm of your hand is a button that you pull out of those. You see the Garibaldis? They're going crazy. There's a sheep's head. Now I'm taking it out of the shell because I don't want to take up 10 rocks. You take up 10 rocks that are a pound each. Now you have 10 extra pounds on the surface. Or you can have 10 ounces of just the meat that you eat. Look at the life that's down there. So if you're into fishing, that's what's going on down there. Right there. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to Dave Hansen. Now, when you come up, you want to come up inside the oil station, okay? Because if there's boats out there, they're not going to be underneath where the beams are. Now you look around and you try to find your exit point and make sure no boats are coming.
Oh God! What a fucking rush! Oh God, my adrenaline is fucking pumping! Holy shit! That was fun!
It's me inside the kitchen. We have a cook on board, but I prepare. I get it all the way up until the cooking part, and then I have other people. My wife is one of the best cooks I've ever. I'll say she's the best. Let's just start there. But my boy that's on here, Mark, big shout out. And I was asked to be on this boat because I'm the best. There you go. You can have 10. We had 3 divers down there. Don't worry about the limits. We're not over our limits. Little horseradish already in there. Bloody Mary mix.
Tito's.
Tito's is the cook Mark. That's my boy Mark. I get to see him in a couple days.
We have the scallop right there. Now, a professional takes the seeds out.
My buddy Doug. He's even done that with lobster. That guy's a maniac. We're over there in Catalina. Been a little time whining and dining in Catalina for a couple days. Just a real enjoyable time. That's a $150, maybe $200 bottle of wine. Got to really accomplish a bucket list. My buddy, they pulled up their little dinghy next to Seawolf so I can do a pose. Diving off the oil rigs. And here we go. Let's cook them up. Scallops can be overcooked just like halibut. You have to cook them at high heat. I went on Chef Ramsay and learned how to do it. You make a circle around the pan unless you have a whole bunch like this. Or if you're a real cook. If you're a novice like me, you make a circle around the pan, right? I use lobster butter to cook them in because I invented it. And you just, by the time you get them all the way around to the other side of the pan, you start flipping them. Kind of like the Golden Gate Bridge. You know how they finish painting and they just go back and start painting it again. It's going to be a never-ending story. Here we go. Nothing. Oh, God, look at that. That's all you can eat scallop, boys. But we had elk on there. We had, I don't know if it was during lobster season. I don't know. Let's see what was on there. Like fresh scallops. A great corn salad. Some potatoes. Oh. And of course the steaks. And people wonder why I don't have depression. This is what I get to do and people I get to meet. And those steaks were probably from an elk. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask my buddies. We might have just had steak that night. Of course, the steaks. It's a surf and turf dinner, and it's Catalina at its best. Just doing a little bit of watching Joe right there in Catalina Island. Yeah, Joe the fence guy, Bill. Remember him? I was watching him live. He used to go live on Saturdays. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But we're just sitting there. And, I have the headset on because we are about to cast off. Compliments to the brewery. Joe the fence guy talked to the UK guys about building fences. We're going to go for a fun little dive this morning.
Get as close as you feel comfortable.
Well, we already consumed it. It's a different day. So we can have 10 more on the way back. Now we're doing the right one. Do not, the twin sisters you can dive, the one next to it, not the furthest, deepest one out. I don't dive that one either. Just do the twins. There's tons of scallops. We're not going to, you want to go down 200 feet and work your way back up on your whole dive, you'll see scallops like you've never seen. You don't have to fight all the mussels and everything out. The only thing down there on those pillars that deep. But you're only rated to 132. If I have instructors out there, I think that's what, before you start mixing air. Listen, don't mess with your life. This is your life. I seem to have the same kind of life as Trump, that I got 9 lives for some reason. And I'm not going to talk about it because it makes viewership go down. Can you believe that? Guy survives a bullet in the head. You know what? Fuck you. Get off my show if you don't like it. I'm for Trump. I'm for anybody that wants to get up and serve this country and lead us in country and get shot in the head and get up and do a fist pump. So if you're one of those libtards that used to watch Jersey Shores and the pumping of the fist, you might as well enjoy this guy because that guy's a rock star. Rock star. Got shot in the head. Gets up and fist pumps.
Is it in neutral?
Neutral, go.
Just like the Navy SEALs. right off the side. Go, 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 go. There's the fish again. I'll tell you what. You start opening up scallops and you're going to see some monster fish come in. So if your buddy wants to have a spear gun, don't have him hang around by your head. Jesus. Take a buddy you can trust. But as soon as you start opening these scallops, these bait fish get right out because the big boys are coming. Yellowfin. That's a scallop. Scallops everywhere. Those are all. Hang on. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Each one of those black lines is a scallop, not just an average scallop. Those are big. Those are bigger than your head scallops. So just follow the white lines. Some of them go this way. Some of them go that way. When they're open and feeding, that's how they sense everything. Their mouths are open and they're feeding, right? Soon as you come up to them, they'll close their mouth. Shove something in there, not the thing you want to cut them. You don't want to cut them down the middle because if you take a scallop and you cut it in half, that counts as 2 scallops, not 1. So don't make that mistake because if you get caught with more than 10 scallops, you're fucked. It's a fishing fine for each one. So you think about it. Every fishing thing is $850. They won't tell you out there because they don't know. And it's true. Now you can go see a judge or you can just get the check in the mail and pay it. So if you cut one in half and say, no, I have 10 and there's 11 there. You just got $850. Just saying. You don't believe me? Fake news? Okay. Figure it out yourself, assholes. I'm dropping a shell. That white thing falling is a scallop shell. Oh, am I ruining the environment? They pressure wash these off. Leave me alone. This was me reminding myself to check my time. My adrenaline's pumping. I'm having so much fun. So I told myself to check my time. I talk to myself on the water. Leave me alone. See, my buddy was spearfishing. Got himself some nice. The cook wanted a sheep's head for dinner. 2 or 3. So I like that one. You can feed them and everything underwater. It's great. Look at all the fish. You get to feed them. There's a cake knife. I'll put it right underneath it and slide it out. Now you clean the top. Look at this is a different one. My buddy just shot a fish there. We're up the top.
Get out of here.
Once again, we're up top. Okay. You want to come up because there's boats delivering. There's things happening. And you don't want to get in the guys that are working's way. Otherwise, they'll take it away from us. So stay the fuck out of their way and do the right thing. Come up in the beam. Okay? Inside. Even if there was a boat 5 feet from us, it can't be in there. That's how you do it. And that's the sister. So we're under one. That's Ellen is the southern one, I believe. Or it could be Helen. It's Helen and Ellen. Anyway, if you dove them, you probably didn't do this. But compliments to the brewery. It is one of the favorite places to dive in the world for me. You got spearfishing. You got not halibut, sorry. If you want halibut, there might be some down, but it's like 250 feet to the bottom, I believe, on these. You could check the regs. I don't know. But they had to go down and get a diver that died, and he was on the bottom last year. So those guys know how deep it is when they had to go. Listen, diving's dangerous, people. Know what you're doing, or don't. I don't even care. I mean, it doesn't matter. You do you. You do you.
Go, man. Get out of here.
Now look at the cook. The cook's not just the cook. The cook is the dinghy driver. The cook is the guy that gets the fish, helps us with our gear. That's my boy, Mark, and I get to see him next week.
Hand me those, Mark. Got it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit subscribe. Not a bad little haul. We had 3 divers again, so 30 scallops on the way back, right? And then that last night, we're at the harbor in Newport, and we just fucking have a time. Cigars are out. I'm not even a cigar smoker, but my buddy hands me a cigar. I'm all in. Tickle my fancy, Kim. Tickle my fancy. Jack and Coke, Caymus wine. I'm not even a wine drinker anymore. I was the best wine drinker there was for years. Got up to 2 bottles a night. That's why I don't drink wine. 2 beers, 9%. That's what I drink. Sometimes I party and get 3, but there's no reason for it. Okay. Just sheep's head. That's a male sheep's head. That's a female sheep's head. There's a calico bass there. And another sheep's head. You can have 5 sheep's head a day, or you could during this. I don't know what the regs are. We'll check them before we go. If not, carry on, garçon. Carry on, garçon.
But 2 days ago, my buddy saw the going for halibut.
Okay. You might have already seen this one. This is where I almost die from a halibut. It doesn't bite me. It knocks my rig out, and I suck in water. 3 gulps. You can hear it. Here we go.
2 days ago, my buddy saw the great white right here. We're gonna go see if we can find it.
So this is at the end of the dive, a real quick summary of what happened underwater before, and then I'll go to what happened.
I had to go to my secondary, homie.
Taking off my shark guard. I think it's off. This is a common problem for me. So I pull it off. You can see as soon as it electrocutes me, my arm tenses up right there.
Ow, 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 it's on.
That's what happened. I'm not dropping it. That you can't get those fins anymore. They're yellow tip hulless fins. They're negative weight. You can't get them anymore. So stop it. And then you got a $599 shark shield on top of that. I ain't dropping it. I'm just going to electrocute myself. Watch me shock myself again.
Electrocutes me. My arm tenses up right there.
Ow, 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 it's on.
Right there. Falls against my thumb. Now the current starts right there. Any place else, it doesn't start. But right there, and then it pulsates. So you get one, you're like, ah, that hurt. What was that? Ah! I shouldn't have anything electric.
Holy shit, Jeff. That was stupid. Well, I shot that guy. He came, and then the seal came.
Don't worry, you get to watch this whole thing play out. I'm just telling Jeff, I did the Quentin Tarantino thing, right? You show the ending and work your way back. Not bad. That was back in the day. This was 3-4 years ago.
See my mouthpiece?
Oh shit.
I had it in my mouth and I'm breathing. I'm like, wait. I'm holding on to him. I'm fucking punching the seal. And I grabbed my secondary. And I'm like, oh, thank God it's working. Let me just sit for a second, Jeff.
Okay, I find a halibut.
Here it
right
is.
there. So what I do, it's facing me, so it's an easy shot.
Yep.
So when I shoot it, right there, I turn around and I see a...
Okay. I just want to say to all of you new people, when you finally see one of these, that's the first thing. Once you start seeing them, it's over. Then you can start perfecting your skills by shooting it not from behind. It will put that spear all the way up and beyond 300-pound mono is what I use, but whatever. I mean, you can use this string, whatever. Get a nice mono. Make sure you check it every year. Make sure you replace it every year, every season. Make sure you have bands. I have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. You can see them there. Now they're red, white, and blue. I went with the red, white, and blue. Finally got my buddy to finally do it up there. You want any color bands. If you're a zester, into that, they can do rainbow bands for you. He doesn't care. It's Concord. Well, sure, there's a price, but price for everything. Now I have red, white, and blue bands, and that is a proper way to shoot a halibut. I'm just saying.
black thing coming at me. It was a seal. So
that's a seal. So now I'm trying to control this fish. I'm glad it's a seal. As soon as I see it's a seal, I know the great whites aren't there. A seal would not be down there if a great white's down there. I'm just letting you know.
What I did is I fought the seal, got him away from me. Then I have him laying there.
Okay, this is what's going to happen. They'll lay there, you think they're dead, and here we go. This is what they'll do. They're trying to get that spear out of their head.
He freaks out, comes up and knocks my rig out, and you can hear me gasping for air.
Okay, I bit down on my mouthpiece. So my mouthpiece is in. This is why I do not let Dive Shop put my mouthpiece on anymore. I will do my own. I will do the right tension. They don't want to rip the silicone, right? They don't want to make it too much. When I crawl into a cave and I have my gear outside, and if you don't do it's like parachuting and not packing your own parachute. If I'm going to die, it's going to be because of my mistake, not theirs.
So I immediately grab my...
Let's hear me. I'm sorry. You were just listening to take me 3 gulps of salt water. Hang on.
So I immediately grab my second stage.
Meanwhile, I've got a fish flying around. I have a seal that wants that fish. You're going to see I have a lingcod that comes up and wants my fish too. I flip him off. Sorry. Anger management? Sure.
And shove it in my mouth. And I pull him in. I get everything under control, as I think. It's a shit show right now. You can see my rig right there floating around without the mouthpiece in it. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
So I finally get my rig in my hand, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Look at that, no mouthpiece. Let me go back. I'll try to pause it with no, right there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, right there. No mouthpiece. Now, you could, listen, you could put that in your mouth and you're fine. Just hold on to it and suck on it. I went to my secondary. But I ain't going to die down there. I ain't giving the seal this fish. And that lingcod, there's a lingcod staring at it right now. You're going to see me flip him off. This is Adrenaline 101. Maybe it's not your thing. I get it. But you ever get halibut from me? This is how I got it. It's a story every time. So when somebody calls my buddy and says, hey, my buddy goes, hey, people are saying you have one and that's it. And you just shoot it and make yourself look good. Hey, tickle my taint, people. You ain't in my league. You saw these tails. That maggots are biting me while I'm turning it into art. So if you're one of those people that believe that, you probably believe Trump didn't get shot and it was all fake. Okay? And we shouldn't be friends anyway. But if you're one of those people that believe that I kill hundreds and thousands of these things, all within my legal limits, by the way. I only can have 2 a day. But I live right here. My buddy said, hey, you should have went out today. 40-foot viz from the shore. Halibut, it's August. They're in shallow. They're partying. They're fucking. This is what they do. Okay, they don't do that. The ladies, the big ones, if you want to get a trophy when it's in August, lay their eggs. A lot of males are going to be skinnier, rounder heads, or skinnier heads. If you see 5 males, know what you're looking at. And they're all pointing one way. They're looking at the one you want. 40 to 50 pounds. Trophy. I'm in that league. Shut up. I'm that good. And I don't have to replay it over and over again to get you guys interested. But I'm not going to be a bitch that dies down there either. Somebody gets a rig knocked out. Oh my God, a seal came in. Oh, it's aggressive. Boo-hoo. Goodbye. Happens all the time. So if you want to be in my league, be in my league. If you want that safe boat dive with the commercial boats that don't hunt, do that. This is what I do and my boys do. And we're solid. That is amazing. On today's day, I'll be honest, today I would kill that ling too. I would take the spear because the ling sits down and looks at me. I'd take the spear and then I'd make earrings out of that ling. And then you can buy them online. You can buy that ling's earrings now. Because I find a couple lings here. Tell them they're lucky. So that's the second dive. So this is where I see one. But I see he's facing the wrong way. So I go to the other side. Okay, guys? This is experience. I don't care. You might hate me. You might think I'm cocky. But there's no reason to shoot at these things and let them get away from behind because you've never seen one before and you finally see the albatross and they don't move. Leave me alone. So I can, this is even a sideways shot. Come and approach him without spooking him. So I can shoot him from the head side so he'll drive the spear through him. He's right there. Nobody's with me. I'm just talking to myself. So after I shoot this guy, I drag him back to the reef. I do not like being in open water with the great whites.
I feel a little bit more protected on the reef. I shoot this ling.
Oh, I did shoot a ling. A ling came and fucked with me and fucked around and found out.
Caught a nice size that was coming and trying to take my halibut. Then I come across my buddy.
Okay, this is a buddy that dives with me on my boat. He was here with his buddy that has passed on, Sam. But he already told me there was no more halibut here because they already dove it. And he was doing his second dive for rockfish.
And he had a different boat out there that day. He's got his shark shield on. You can see it hanging behind him. Then I come across this lure. Got myself a nice lure. So I cut it and I stick the hooks into the mouth of the halibut.
Okay. A fisherman here couldn't get his anchor back. Hey, if that's your anchor, it's already gone. You don't get it back. But I say, well, I might as well make $100 off this dive.
Now I come across an anchor. So I get a free anchor. So my plan is to take the anchor over to my anchor and hook it to it. So when we pull it up, I'll pull up both anchors.
Not bad.
What a great day.
Well, I really don't know what happened. I shot that fucking halibut. Something happened. The mouthpiece came out. It's down there on the reef. Right there. So what I did is I went to the secondary because I'm a pro fucking professional. Threw it in my mouth and lived. Got a halibut on board with my best friend Jeff. I wish you.
All right. I can't say enough about this guy. That guy right there took me aside with all my cockiness and craziness and insaneness and said, hey, do you want to be the best? I will show you how to be the best. That is the best lobster divers that I know. He's the one that has trained me. He's modest. He won't even say, oh, stop it, please. I don't know if at the time, or maybe he did. I don't know if he knew who he was training. Because he's a guy that doesn't, he knows how to lose people underwater. And he could have lost me every time. He said, stop it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down. People are going to follow us. I'm like, why? Well, I'm the best and you always run your mouth. So I said, okay. We're going to start looking for bugs. But we're not really looking for bugs. I'm like, okay. So why are we doing this? He goes, because they're going to all put their heads in rocks and then we can really go to the, I'm not showing them my spots. Somebody that does this for 35 years can look at every dive site and say, that's where we're going to go. I know where to go. The reason why we're the best. I'm not exposing anything. Listen, try to follow this guy. He's a fart in the wind. He can outswim you. He can outdo you. He can outdo everybody. Still today, and I'd guess 70s. Sorry, Jeff, I don't know your real age. And that guy doesn't even know what he did for me in life. Because the reason why I'm so good at halibut is because he showed me lobster. And he said, if you're there for a certain species, okay? And this is a goddamn truth. Now, there's the boys, the Gundersons. They're on next level. Because they don't listen to Jeff, and they go out, and I can't even keep up with their numbers. They get their 7 a day, but big. They're always in the pot, right? And they take spear guns. Jeff said, you're here? Jeff gets mad at me because when I'm diving for lobsters, I have a scallop bar. My wife wants scallops. I got to bring back scallops. It's like, Danielson. That's me right there doing the Danielson, Karate Kid. When you're the best around, everybody da 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 da. You know that song. I listened to it today, just rocking out on the freeway. Just cranked it. People driving up next to me, looking at me like, why my windows were up? Because it was 65 degrees. Time to turn the air conditioner on. I can't handle that. It's not cool enough air for me. I don't even care if it's 65 miles an hour. It's not cool enough for me. Plus, I can't hear my music. I'm losing my hearing. But because of this guy right here, I am the best at what I do when I focus on something. And he watched me. He watched my whole fucking. I couldn't even grab lobster. I couldn't even see him. What are we doing wrong? My buddy told me not to go up to him because he's so arrogant and cocky. I'm like, why wouldn't I go up to the best? Right? You think we're figuring this out? We're doing every dive and we're chasing things. We're chasing antennas. You'll listen. You can fast forward all that if you can find the right person. I don't train any other people. I got buddies that I've trained and they are better than me. A narcissist wouldn't say that, Emily. Sorry. And they wouldn't believe it. And they wouldn't cheer people on when they do beat you. But I ain't going to give them first place without a fight. So that's why I thought I was a narcissist, by the way, Emily. A true narcissist would never cheer anybody on, and they wouldn't listen. And they think they're the best. I am the best because I listened to him. And not only did I take what he told me about lobsters, I applied it towards halibut. If you're going to go down on a reef and see a trophy, you just watch the video. A trophy lingcod, a trophy capizon, and you'll see 50 of them on this dive. What are you there for? I had a buddy up here last week, 4th of July. Floyd. First time I took him out, he couldn't stop shooting every fish on the thing. I'm like, I'm out of here. I can't handle you anymore. You didn't listen. Floyd never got a halibut. Floyd comes back this year, and I say, what are you going to do? He goes, I want a halibut. I said, okay. Are we really here for halibut? He goes, yes. Floyd's a guy that he's got a big family. He loves to be the top man at the big party and in his little world. He loves coming back with rockfish. He wanted the halibut. The first day, true story. I can't play this video anymore because if I do, I don't have enough internet and I freeze up so you can hear me. I don't even get messages. It's the dumbest thing. Here's what I'm asking. If you've enjoyed this show in any way, or you hated it and can't believe that I can run my mouth like this and say, Trump, 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 and I'm backing that motherfucker 100%. Like I said, you watch Jersey Shores and you're one of those liberal tards, but you love the fist pumping. That guy got his fucking head shot off. Now, I don't want to hear that you think it's all CGI and this and that. You might want to start believing in something besides your false prophets at this point, because that man right there, that's divine intervention. Now, I don't know what went on with the internal service afterwards. I think it's funny when my buddy puts up a Disneyland trained libtard, because it's true. We have to hire everybody and make everything equal. Okay? I don't want a person that's asking, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We all heard it. I don't. I saw the men act accordingly. Jump on them, cover them. Not what do we do? I saw the men put their weapons back in their holsters when they were dealing with Trump, not fumbling around and trying to put it in there. I'm not bringing disrespect to anybody. You don't like me for it? Go ahead. Leave a comment and pound your sand. Because Jill Biden had 3 times as much Secret Service when she was campaigning for her husband who was taking a nap. Those are facts. It's not bullshit. I know you want to hate me now because I'm spewing the truth. But if If you're somebody that loves the truth, follow me on every platform. They banned me on. I got kicked off YouTube. I shot a fly with an assault gun. Assault, not assault. Assault. S-A-L-T. Salt. Capped a fly, disintegrated him. I got it for my birthday. I was proud. Nope, can't see that. But you can go on YouTube and you can watch any policeman gun down a dude just so, and they don't even blur it out anymore. You can see them gasping for their last gasp. That sound. Anybody hear it? I'm fascinated by it. So that, I thought that's why I was a narcissist. No, that's psychotic, Emily. Because I want to know what I'm dealing with when I'm in a situation. If I hear that, all right, I'll go to the next person. I'm not going to waste time on that person. That person's expired. Cold-hearted. It's the kind of person I am. I'm there to be number one, and I'm there to save. Follow me if you're into that. But right there, 31. I'm here, but I'll finish this video.
Who's with me?
This is fresh caught halibut with mirin, miso,
honey.
sake, and sugar.
Had a great. There they are. Those are my boys. They came up for halibut, and they got halibut. They got lingcots. As a matter of fact, 3 of those people are instructors. Don't be mad that they're instructing. This is what they like to do for fun. They really do like to scuba dive. I know they tell you that in class, but this is the real deal right here. 3 of those people are instructors. Some of the best. All different, or 2 of them are from one dive shop. The other one's from a Concord dive shop, Ocean Pacific. Oh, shit. Pacific Ocean Sports. Sorry. Got it. I was mixing things up with my dyslexia. So don't get mad, Ryan. Glorious day, though. And that was like a weekend because that wasn't even my buddies that were on the boat. That was earlier, right? That's the next day. I got my 1 halibut. I could have had 3 in on that day. And I just moved on.
Great day out on the bay. A whole bunch of cool people. Pretty successful with the halibut. If you liked any part of this video, or if you hated it, or if you think I'm a dickhead, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That would be great.
Going for halibut.
All right. It's the truth. If you guys like this, if you rewatched it, if you found me for the first time, this is what I do 4 times a week. I go to Alaska. I'm trying to get the world record halibut. Those ones are different. They're insane. Super fun, but insane. I dive up there every May. Matter of fact, I did so good that All About Butts kicked me off his group website after 5 years. No confrontation, no just kicked me off because we went to his town and showed him that I was the best, not you. Smarten up, little boy. I'm coming back. I'm coming back year after year. What are you going to do? All About Butts, and you want to kick the #1 person that is actually making leather, making chains, making shoes, making belts, earrings. I am the halibut god with a small g, Kim and Mom. I'm false prophets. I'll do a small g. And when I say that, I'm the best. 100% sustainability. Fish head soup. Carcasses in the garden. Tails as trophy magnets all over my refrigerator. So when little jerk-offs say he shot 1 and keeps making more and more videos on that 1. You can go fuck yourself, each and every one of you, because I keep the trophies And as you can see, I fought maggots today. I won't kill my, the reason why I got bit by maggots, because I won't kill my flesh-eating beetles. I love them. So flesh-eating beetles get to live and go back into the world. If you don't know what they look like, you'll never see them, because you'll never go. You got to be around something dead. That's why I'm a champion. That's why I'm number one. I take this from every stage, and now I have earrings. The website's coming. Jesus. If a guy's doing all this, to build a website, his brain isn't going to be able to do that. It's going to be one of my friends. I don't know which one. But we're building this Seawolf Nation slowly. I'm going to end with this. We're cocky, sure. You got to see the views I'm getting. It's not right away. Right now it says 2 people watching. I haven't seen a comment since 5:35 from Bill. I go to Facebook jail. Tonight it was a terrible show, so I had to just leave up. And now you're staring at my face and my mouth just sort of, oh, I just survived down there. What'd you do today? And this is my life, and I get paid for it now. And I'm excited like nobody's business. Because as soon as I'm at another level, right? So as soon as I can start throwing money back into the business side of this, internet, kids that know what they're doing to promote type thing, I get 50,000 every video, every short video I do. 50,000. Not right away. You just can't believe it, right? They don't let those numbers go through unless you're doing something right, kids. Know I am the beast that I am. Know the sponsorship is here and more is coming. The important ones. And know I get to share my life with each and every one of you no matter what happens to it, right? I get cancer. You guys get to watch. Fuck, I've seen 3 people. Memorable ones. And my talent is so good that I get to actually be blessed to do and honored to do my mother-in-law's that passed away from me. To make that video, you cry like tough. It's got to be done. And I'm the best at whatever I do. And for some reason, the world has shifted where kids watch 10 seconds of this and nobody can. You can call me a liar. You can say I don't shoot those fish. Like I said, you can go fuck yourself, because now you're looking at tails on my game freezer, on my outside refrigerator. You're going to be able to buy jewelry. Yeah. You think I have money to pay for all this? You think you could buy a whole bunch of halibut tails that get shipped to you with maggots that will bite you? Quit believing that Biden is a good president. Start believing that the wind energy is not going to do what they're saying it's going to do. It's going to fuck our world up. So if you love whales, 1,500 of them died last year on the East Coast because of this wind energy. And they're going to go right through and do it again over here on the West Coast. Give up your rights and find out what happens, because it's only going to make me more famous. People aren't going to be allowed to do this anymore. The reason why the game wardens have actually talked to me, not because of them. They watch, they love it. They have to do policies for people that people that protect the most important people in this world. And I'm talking about that female. She shouldn't have been out there. And it has nothing to do with male, female, any of that. Trump eats fast food. He's a 6'5" guy. I'm 215, and I've lost weight. He's probably 50. And to be more worried about your sunglasses or the hat that Trump dropped, and then not being able to holster your weapon. Where are we at, people? Do we want to be number one, or do we want to just all be, oh, okay, well, guy almost got his head shot off. Can't write that. And we're living it. Wrong or right, we hate him or love him, he doesn't deserve to die. Because listen, all of you libtards are not for the death penalty. So you cannot be commending death this way politically. We have people on death row for 50 fucking years here. They get their own cell. They get everything they want. They get cats, dogs, whatever they want. Because liberals don't want to kill people that actually killed to get the death penalty, it's not, you really did something. That's who you guys are. Where are we at? What side are you going to join? Smarten up. Let's get our country back to our country and get rid of all these kids trying to tell us what to do, right? We've gone too far. My 2 kids don't even talk to me, only because their narcissistic mother can't handle that I was best friends with my kids, but I was firm. My daughter now wants to bitch because I turned her into a demon on my tattoo of a portrait for her. I'll accept that. I did it. You didn't talk to me for 2 years. I had no idea. Before you decide to go on a podcast and run your mouth like a little bitch and then go to your brother and say, I want to commit suicide. Please stop talking to Dad. Emily, I love you. I'm disappointed in you. But you pick the therapist I'll pay and we'll put our lives back together. And with that, you get to be a part of this. Tell me this isn't happening? Cool. It's happening. And I'd like to thank everybody out there for making it happen. So share me out to all your deranged friends, to all your people that love Trump. And if you don't love what happened there, and we finally are getting the upper hand, then follow me anyway, because I'm going to spout my fucking rhetoric on the most liberal fucking social media there is, Facebook. That's where I make my money. Enjoy, everybody. See you tomorrow.